This is the Sacred Business Podcast, a show for spiritual women identifying entrepreneurs and leaders. I am Sora Suriano. On this show, you'll meet inspiring guests, get some business tips, experience sacred practices, and listen to my personal lessons as a business owner. As a transformational business coach, powerful medicine woman, inspirational speaker, fire igniter, heart whisperer, and world traveler, I've helped hundreds of women around the world heal their stories and transform their sacred businesses. It's time for us to claim our rightful and equitable place in entrepreneurship through scaling our business efforts. You are worthy, Divine Sister. Welcome to episode 8 with Aracelys Roman. Aracelys is the founder of Emerge and Bloom and a certified mindset coach specialized in optimism and resilience for heart-centered women in transitions. Aracelys knows firsthand that every disheartening circumstance offers an opportunity for growth and transformation. Through her holistic coaching programs, she assists others to discover the hidden gifts of transitions. Her work is all about expanding the capacity to turn breakdowns into breakthroughs. She's bilingual in English and Spanish. It's so good to have you here, my love. Aracelys Roman is with us today. Hello.
Hello, Sora. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's an honor to be here with you.
I am deeply, deeply feeling so grateful that you are here with us as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing where Spirit takes us. What do you think?
No, it's amazing. I can't wait to start.
Yay. So can you tell me a little bit about what's happening right now for you, what question you're walking with, and even just a little bit about who you are?
Thank you. I am an optimism and resilience coach, and I live in Puerto Rico. And I love to help women who are in transitions. And myself, I have been in a ride of transition, so I understand the struggles that goes on that liminal moment. So it's my passion to help others to have tools and strategies to maximize positive emotions, because in those moments, you need the resilience to get back and the optimism to keep going. So that's my passion.
I love that. I love that resilience to help you get back to this place and optimism to keep you going. Can you share even just a moment in time where you realized that in the midst of it all, you were able to really tap into the concept of resilience, and then on the other side, find yourself in a very optimistic, emotional state?
Yes, 2013 was a very difficult moment in my life. My partner died of suicide, and for me, my world crumbled. And even that it's not your fault, you feel guilt, and it took a lot of work for me and healing to get back again and to look the brighter side of life. And I work with a therapist, and then I start journaling, and I feel the healing, but what happens with the healing is that it's not straightforward. It's like a roller coaster. So
totally.
Yeah, some days you feel that you are strong, but then a memory can bring you back again to cry. So the first year was the most difficult one. But then I start to find other bloggers, and I get inspired to have my own blog, and that was kind of therapeutic for me too, because I love to help others, and I thought that it was a gift to share with other women struggling with daily things or even tragedies.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found other bloggers that they have something in common, that they were coaches, life coaches. And even though I never considered to go that route, it was so inspirational to see the impact that they were having. So the other thing I noticed, where they were certified or studied in Beautiful You Coaching Academy. So I signed up almost immediately. And that gave me like this hope that I can even use my skills and my gifts and talents to help more people, and with a framework that actually is proved, a solution-focused approach. And that was the big moment for me, that when I look back from that dark place to the place of light and sharing my light with others, that was when I understood the importance of resilience and optimism.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for sharing your story around a moment in time, and also for reminding us that when we are in the midst of something that is quite challenging, we find that there are moments where we wonder, why aren't we over this yet? Like, it should be quicker, or it should be a faster process in healing. But that's not the case, and that it took you 1 year to move through one portion, and then it took you another year to move another, and that there's these cycles and these waves, a roller coaster ride, where there are moments where you feel in alignment and back into this place of optimism, but then something will bring you back to the moment of feeling the emotions of despair or loneliness or whatever it is. So thank you for providing that as a reminder.
Absolutely. And resilience gives you the power to find the gift even in sad situations.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it's a great place for us to embrace the fact that we all have challenging moments and we all are resilient. It is our human nature to be so. So when we can embrace that, we realize that we really aren't alone, no matter where differences lies. Humans are incredibly resilient, and it's magical. It's quite a miracle to see.
Exactly.
Yeah. So based on this, my love, what are you currently walking with when it comes to either in life or in business?
Yes, I feel that I need to balance my feminine and masculine energy, because the feminine energy is my predominant energy. And I am a dreamer, a feeler, and a giver. And in order to my business gain momentum, I feel that I need to connect more with the masculine energy to get things done, because I love to plan. I love to do things, but to implement like the things that will have the biggest impact on my business. I don't find like the time or the energy, and I'm focused on giving, and like I forget the selling part. And I believe that it should be a mutual compensation. I give, but I also need to be divinely compensated. So that's my struggling right now.
Absolutely. All right. I believe we know where to start. So let's take a moment and drop in, shall we?
Yes.
All right. So if we close our eyes, may I have permission to enter your space, Aracelys?
Absolutely, yes.
Excellent. So if myself, Sora Cyrano, can enter the divine sacred space in this circle with Aracelys Roman, together may we navigate this place of inquiry, but also let go of any expectation or places of where it may go, and rather be open to navigating the energy world in a way that feels true to where her energy desires for us to go. May we call upon Archangel Michael to provide a deep protection force around us so that we can feel deeply held in the sacred space. May we ask that our guides come forth to provide us with some nudges, but also that we begin to discern our own truth, finding sovereign individuation and knowing that it is through our own place of authority do we begin to navigate and make choices so that we are powerfully led in our business and in our life. And with that, we open our space, inhaling together, exhaling together, keeping your eyes closed, following your breath. As you do, bringing your awareness to the center of your being, inside of your energetic space, inside of your body. As you do, I'd love for you to begin to wrap your energy around the word giver. And notice where that lands in your body.
My solar plexus.
Yes, I felt it there too. Tell me a little bit about the feeling and energy around giver that you currently experience in your solar plexus.
It's kind of mixed because it feels like compassion pouring out, but at the same time, it's feel like taking too much energy from me.
Yeah. Let's take a moment and take a look at that and notice if we can go even another layer. So almost as if it was, let's say, a sticker on a sticker pad, and you know that as soon as you peel one of the stickers, there's another one, another image. So let's just take a moment and peel back that layer and see what other image comes forth when you hear the word giver, you as a giver.
A big heart.
Beautiful. Another layer. What else is true? Feeling the deepest sense of giver in terms of you and your current life. You as a giver.
Need of approbation too.
Mm-hmm. And any other visuals do you receive as well with that?
I see like angel wings.
Beautiful. So part of Aracelys, your place of comfort is as a dreamer, right? So you see the beautiful divine aspects of a giver. And I really witnessed that about you. And I'm wondering if we can reflect and shine a light on the giver aspect of you that's actually preventing you from giving in the truest divine sense. The areas that's actually causing a little bit of disruption within your business. Do you notice how the giver can have a bit of a shadow quality to it?
Yes. Recently, I have someone that would love a coaching session with me. Mm-hmm. And when she asked how much it will be, I just say it will be free. And even though I don't feel bad about it because I like to help other people and I love doing my job. It's one of the things that sometimes I enjoy this work so much that it feels like a hobby for me. And the thing is that then I realize because it will be, she's in my area, so it will be one-on-one coaching in person that I will have expenses in the gas, and also I pay for the coffee. And I then realize why, if I will offer this for free, why I don't ask her to be online. Maybe because I like the personal connection, but then I resist. Like, here I am again giving at the point that I'm not gaining even from gas or my time.
Right.
So that was my struggle.
Yeah. So let's take a moment and just drop back into your solar plexus. And take a moment and just breathe in all of those feelings that you had around that interaction, and acknowledging your mind for being able to put words to an experience around giving. And then exhale that out so that you release it and release your awareness of the story and come back to the energy of heaviness. Now, the visual that comes to me is actually a big anchor for like a cruise liner ship.
Right.
So to me, it feels this heavy weight ever since you first began with when we said, can you feel giver? To me, what came to me visually was this big black anchor, and it was being dropped, and it was an endless bottom ocean, and it just kept getting heavier and heavier without reaching the bottom.
So accurate, because sometimes I feel stuck, like if there's a place where there's a lot of people and there's someone in need, I am the one that go to help, and I don't ask for help to anyone. And
yes.
I just then ask, but these people, why don't they join us and help? It will be quicker. But it's like I feel the need to be the first one to help. But then I realize there's people that don't come from a place of integrity that take advantage of that.
Right. So let's just take a moment and allow yourself to feel the anchor. So I'm going to just provide you with an invitation to know that you are in a very safe space, meaning that in the space that we're about to navigate, I'm going to invite less words, so less validating the experiences by sharing another experience, because what that does is it brings you out of your body and out of the feeling. It's a way of protecting yourself from the energetics of it, from the energy world. And I believe the deepest shifts happen in the energy space. So your mind is saying, yes, yes, yes. Now let me share even more so why. But your energy space is saying, can we feel this? Can we begin to shift it? So together, I totally acknowledge why it's happening. But I'm also going to ask if we can just gently, there's nowhere that you need to be that doesn't feel good to you. But for now, gently begin to feel this heaviness in your solar plexus without associating any thoughts or words to them, and not having to associate any experiences with them. And just breathe into that for a moment. As you stay there, I bear witness, dear sister, to the immense heart that you have, to the immense devotion you have to provide support for everyone around you. That the path you have chosen, the experiences that you've had, has all been so that you can be of deep service. And I witness that. I witness that so much. And I witness that part of you feels that it's heavy, that it feels burdensome, that it is possibly your vow that you've created, that you will take on the burden of every single person that you meet. And so I invite you to consider if we can possibly shift and change that agreement, the agreement that you have posed over and over again, the agreement that you might have even posed when you said your final goodbye to your beloved when he crossed the rainbow bridge, that you said, I will take on the burden. I will take on the burden of helping to support everyone else to live. What's going on with you right now, Aracelys?
So on point, so accurate. You made a point that I never realized, that maybe in order to release the remaining guilt, I feel that I need to take care of others, people's happiness.
And that you'll do anything to make that happen, which includes giving all of yourself in any way. And even though your mind sometimes says, no, I should ask for payment, it's the energetic of just outpour of giving that is depleting yourself. Do you feel that?
Absolutely. Wow, it's a huge eye opener for me. I never considered that before.
Yeah. So if you imagine yourself in this way of outpouring of giving and it feeling burdensome, so therefore it's a heavy weight as well. So it means you're drowning, my love. You're energetically drowning.
Yes, and it feels like that sometimes.
Yeah. So what if you took a moment and let's just place a scuba tank on you that has an oxygen mask so that you can breathe in oxygen and life so you're feeling a bit more buoyant. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense.
Yeah. And as you're doing that, you might even consider having some allies around you. So they could be beautiful fish. They could be dolphins, sea turtles, whales. So you're not alone. I really see a humpback whale. Like that feels really clear. It's huge. It's almost as if it's providing protection so that no one else could ask of you for any more. Yeah. So just take a moment and breathe in the oxygen and look at all of your allies that are in the water. And notice how they interact in the water, how they communicate with one another, how they may partner together, how they may support one another, how they may actually use the water to help them glide in an easeful way. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm in the movie of Finding Nemo. But see how joyous they can be interacting with everything around them, including the fauna, right? That creates a sense of safety, or is their habitat or their food. There's a symbiotic relationship that happens all around.
Right. And I can feel the flow, like everything it's synchronizing and in perfect balance.
Yes. It's in perfect harmony with one another. Exactly. It's synchronized. So now imagine yourself changing into this deep diving, synchronized swimmer. So you have endless amount of breath. You might even give yourself and put yourself in like an oxygen bubble that's iridescent so you can breathe the whole time.
Wow, that feels safe.
That feels great. There is a shift right there. Yes. Yeah. And now you can be an acrobatic, synchronized swimmer dancing to your own rhythm, knowing and trusting that it is in symbiotic relationship with everything else that you are in that ecosystem of. So play in that for a moment. Notice what happens when you dance and move and connect with different fish or different underwater organisms and sentient beings.
And here the message for me is learn to receive too.
Yeah. So there is a harmony that happens in giving and receiving in this way. So release the brain. I could feel your mind trying to grasp a little. Stay with your energetic, oxygenated bubble underwater. And notice whenever you move, swim. So swim towards something, a dolphin, a sea turtle, a blowfish, whatever. So you swim towards, and what do they do?
I am going toward the sea turtle, and it's feel like pacing, like pace yourself, like be gentle, enjoy the process.
And then when you're with the sea turtle, how does the sea turtle engage with you? How does it play with you?
Softly, very calm.
And it's engaging with you, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay. Now go towards, let's say, a dolphin.
Playful.
And do you notice that you are giving yourself to the dolphin and the dolphin is giving back?
Right.
Right. And so there's a connection, a relationship that is occurring.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if we can play with that some more. So imagine yourself now going to a little bit further down deeper amongst some seaweed. And notice when you give yourself towards the seaweed, how the seaweed may gently give itself back to you.
Right. It's grounding.
Yeah, it's like almost like tickling and massaging you and pulling you in like a deep hug.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm more aware of my senses too.
Yes, absolutely. So let's take a moment and get yourself kind of still in your oxygenated bubble.
Okay.
Taking a moment and being in that stillness underwater. And now feel what it looks like and feels like to give yourself to life and watch as life gives back to you. So it doesn't even have to include the word receiving. Really, actually, it's this back and forth of giving part of you and then allowing the other to give towards you. And you match that. And you can match this in a very sovereign way. So imagine if you overgave yourself to the sea turtle. Would the sea turtle have it? Or would the sea turtle be like, slow down, sister. What is up?
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
And it'd be like, peace out. You tell me when you're chill. Then we can play. We can meet.
Yes, and I even can feel like she doesn't trust me. Like
yes,
are coming too much for me.
Yeah. So when you are over giving, can you feel how that energy could be maybe is actually too much? Not that you're too much, but
No,
the
I know.
energy is too much.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
actually out of harmony to the natural rhythms of life.
Right.
Yeah. Whereas when you show up in that flow, giving in a way that feels true to you, while still also having this bubble around you to keep yourself full, oxygenated, filled with oxygen. I can't say the word. Then all of a sudden you can give energy out, and then energy is given back to you that matches that.
Oof, I feel like recalibration going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's take a moment with that. Allow yourself to recalibrate. Breathing. So beautiful to witness you recalibrate. There's tingles all over my body. It feels fresh and smooth and very refreshing.
Right. I feel like a warm sensation in my body.
Yeah. Beautiful. Now, with another 3 breaths at your own time, just really taking a moment to capture the feeling and the visual of this, while also pouring an immense amount of gratitude to your energy system for revealing this to you. At your own time, let me know when you're done.
Okay. I'm done.
Beautiful. And so allow yourself to now, with the sound of my voice, come back inside your body, your physical body, placing your hands on your solar plexus. Now, while you are in your physical body, let's take a moment and feel yourself in this present moment, filled with your own inner soul's essence, creating that outer illuminating bubble, being sovereign in the way in which you give, and send that out towards that woman, that potential client, without overgiving. And then open yourself up as she gives back to you in a way that feels sovereign and in divine reciprocity. No need to know how it looks, but allow the energy to fill you with deep acknowledgement. What's happening now?
I feel balanced.
Beautiful. So no matter what the engagement looks like, if you can stay grounded and really fortified in your inner being with how you give, then you are asking for anyone around you that the requirement is that they give to you in the same exact way.
Beautiful.
So now when you consider this woman, placing your hand on your solar plexus without your mind telling you how, Let us use your beautiful ability to dream. If you were to have a conversation with this woman, what in your inner sovereignty feels true regarding how to work together?
Yes, I believe it will be better to have our sessions online, and we connected face to face, and it was wonderful. So that connection is there. So now I can ask her to have our sessions online to be of mutual benefit.
Beautiful. Yes. And now you know the energy around it rather than overthinking, well, because of X, Y, and Z, I should share with her why we shouldn't do it in person, and all the stories around why you should feel bad for not doing in person. Like, all of that is clear. Like, you're very clear, even with your words and your word choices around this is what feels true. We've met in person. We made that deep connection. Now we can be online. And that's it. Do you feel the difference?
Completely.
Yeah. Beautiful. So my invitation is that this is the medicine or the question that you walk with for a little while, which is in any given moment of interaction with another, to ask yourself, where am I in my receptivity as a giver? Where am I in my strength around me and my giving? And how may I be met in a way that is sovereign by the other person who equally is giving? Because you're always giving to each other, right? It's the human interaction. So let's work and play with that first and foremost before even going into any of the ideas about receiving, because receiving has whole different layers and different stories that are connected to it. Does that make sense?
Completely sense, yes.
Yeah. Beautiful. How does that feel right now?
Wonderful. There's a lot of integration I need to do after this call so I can ingrain this new belief in my system and let in sync and integrate.
Yeah. And knowing that there is possibly a new vow that you can create for yourself around giver, that sacred giving can feel really good and nourishing and be in a very divine exchange with another being, because it wasn't the case in many ways in other circumstances. And so therefore now you can change that story.
Yes, I love that perspective.
Yeah. So let's take one more moment with our eyes closed, opening our hearts one more time to each other's exchange, energetically bowing our heads in deep gratitude and acknowledgement around the reverent being that is in front of us. My bow to you, Aracelys, in your divinity, your bow to me in mine. And we begin to close our space, acknowledging all those that were with us in this sacred way, for us to be able to be open and willing to navigate the energy world in this divinely curious, playful way in the waters, along with our allies. And may you now begin to pull all of your energy back into yourself as I pull mine into. I also release any energy of yours that I may have kept inside of me as we were interacting with one another. And I invite that you release any energy of mine so that I may feel whole and complete. And with that, inhale deeply so gold light and energy can move from the top of the cosmos all the way down into your body, from the top of your head down to the toes of your feet. And with that, we close our space. Thank you so much, Aracelys, for this.
Thank you so much, Sora. It's so powerful, your medicine, your intuition. Thank you for sharing your gift with me.
Oh, you are so welcome. It is my pleasure to do so. And I was delighted to play with you.
Thank you. So powerful. I feel the shift. I completely feel the shift.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I look forward to hearing more afterwards in a little while, in a couple of weeks, to see what the integration process has felt like.
Okay.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Sacred Business Podcast with me, Sora Suryano. If you love the show and desire to know more, check out sorasuryano.com. I would also so appreciate it if you would leave a love note, aka a review on iTunes. Now, remember, you have the power to create anything. You are able to bring forth beauty, abundance, and grace in your business and life every day while living a life that is wild, free, and calm. You are worthy, Divine Sister.